we actually are today watching episode 2 of Orb and the movements of Earth, which is for some reason got a 2-episode premiere. A lot of shows actually had it this season, which is kind of strange, but it's all right. Episode 1 was great, I must say. Everything about it was absolutely exquisitely done. Pacing a little bit kind of funky, but besides that, I liked it a lot. Can't wait to episode 2 does deliver. Subsequently, then also can't wait to episode 3 and 4 deliver, because 4 is going to be like that episode makes you go, what the fuck? So, anyway, let's start this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's start this thing absolutely now. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why do it always do that? Thank you so much. Actually, have a wonderful evening as well. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you for stopping by as well. I had to restart this part because I fucked it up. Actually, I meant not ending stream. So let's start this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's start this thing absolutely now. What the fuck are you doing? Honestly. Let's start this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's start this thing absolutely now. There we go. It just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. It just said, fuck you. I ain't pressing the button for some reason. It's denying me peak. Denying me the peak, bruh. Bro's about to break him down with facts and logic. Imagine if he just kept going. Imagine he didn't just come back down. He just kept going and going. Show just end immediately. At this point, who isn't in this whole entire series? So are you insane, Zai? Who isn't? That's the real question. Oh yeah, he does. That's cool. That is cool. Bro kept that philosophy going. I love how that puddle of water basically changed his whole entire life. Like, that one puddle. If that puddle wasn't there... Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. I do like how they're adapting the panels as well. I mean, don't get me wrong. It does look cool in the manga because you're like, oh my god, how the fuck? But then you kind of like the anime. It's like that's kind of neat. I like that. He is doing the light chip thing. My man's actually going through the light mindset in like one episode. Just not killing people, I guess. He actually literally is doing it. Holy shit, my man's actually doing it. It's one of those things you're like, it's a meme. You're like, oh, he's memeing it. He's doing the light thing, but he's actually doing it. But it's like, you're about to commit number 11. It's a bit of an interesting opening than I was expecting. Opening visuals was a little bit kind of weird, I must admit. The song's really good. The opening is just, it kind of feels like it's a completely different genre of anime. I don't know how to explain it. The visuals are just a little bit kind of. If you said this is from Orb, a show about astrology and shit like that, I'd be like, are you sure? It feels like he's about to go fight someone. I don't know why. It feels like he's gonna go fight the bad guy. It works. It's a good opening though. I think the song's better than the visuals though. I also kind of like how they framed Hubert as well, because Hubert's, besides the point in which he kind of changed perception in Raffles' way of thinking, he's shrouded, literally, but his face is always eclipsed by like darkness and shit like that. Only when Raffles starts to understand his entire philosophy and everything like that, do you slowly start to see his features, so to speak, start to see his face. I think it's actually kind of a neat way of doing it as well, a neat way of framing. Don't get me wrong, he's still kind of stuck in some semblance of like mystery as well, but it slowly starts to kind of break down as the scenes go on. A pretty massive suggestion, to be honest. Let's be real. Not It's a pretty massive suggestion. One that will have life altering consequences, but you know. Like I said, I feel like Sudakin's the perfect voice for Noak's actual character because he kind of brings that like, you know, what's the word? He's got that playful nature about him that sort of lessens his like evilness, so to speak. His brutalness. So and he has those moments. I kind of feel like that makes it even better. I feel like he could probably do it as well. That's the thing. Only he's like able to do that. Like you're meant to say he's evil, but at the same time, his voice is ASMR. Oh, that line even hits in the anime as well. Do actually kind of like how they did that as well with the idea of the astrology as well. Orb, the stars and everything behind him. And to the very bitter end, he did not give up. Poor dude. Got to pull one out for our boy Hubert, not Herbert, Hubert. Put an E in there somewhere. It's the box. I can't wait to see how everyone sees episode 3 and 4 though. Just can't fucking wait. Haven't been this giddy in ages about like what could happen. It's basically that meme of like everyone gasping, and then it's just us going in the background. It's that one guy does, as well as the meme. Yeah, imagine it actually burns the reward along with the actual box itself, though. That's neat. I like that. Dude is kind of like, wait a minute, fire actually hurts. Uh-oh, here we go. He's about the vibe check. He's beginning to believe. He do be going Green Goblin mode. Bro is fucking him. He is literally him. He's 100% Himalayan. He is the him Kardashian. God, that's fucking peak. That is, man. It's fucking peak. Bro literally got those DNA results instead of it said it was he's 100% him. That's kind of suck that it's actually stuck to Netflix though. So I do kind of wonder whether or not that might hinder like the popularity of this show. But then again, Theme was Netflix only, and it still did popular old Dungeon Meshi. So maybe it's time to change. It's the pear. Shout out to my pears. bro got the pass. He was like, yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Don't worry. You know, the bro is fucking like he's still got some morals in him. He's not absolutely fucking evil, but he's pretty evil. He's pretty evil. It's like, bro, you want to study astrology? What the fuck? Get that shit out of here, bruv. It's a Dover Wimpy Kid scene. It was like, just don't come by here again. Don't riz me. I do kind of love like how naive everyone is in this world as well. It does sort of like personify the idea of actually how much word like being good at words really does get you far in this world. How fake the facade is that you actually can fool people that well. Gee, I wonder why. Can't wait to find out why. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good. The show's great. They're really doing a good job. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. It's slower. It's slower than the manga because it would be. Let's be real. But I kind of feel like it's what the fuck's going outside my door. No, nothing. What the hell's going outside my door? It's going off like crazy. But yeah, I mean, it's slower. Don't get me wrong. I kind of feel like it's purposely done that way a little bit because I kind of feel like it needs to kind of build to that moment. And I kind of feel like the crescendos in this anime so far have been really good. Like in essence, you've not really ever felt like it doesn't really feel like oh okay kind of thing. It feels like oh my god okay this is actually quite interesting. holy fuck, what do we do? So I kind of like how they are, in a way, framing the big events in this whole entire show. Again, there is more to come, so I can't wait to see what they do with that, because if they land what happens in the manga, especially Volume 1, it could actually probably be on par, one par if it continues in that vein as well, depending on where they get to. It could be like, I kind of feel like it should have done the 4-episode premiere as well. Like, it could have actually worked a lot better. Because it does, I sort of get what you mean. Like, if they just did the first arc of the show immediately, it probably would have hit different, so to speak. Like the cool kids say, it would have hit different. But I think what we've got currently is pretty damn good. Let's be real. It's a show that you don't get so often, because it's looking at a topic that isn't so heavily researched, so to speak, in certain in real life. You don't see people actively going, hey mate, astrology's kind of cool. Like, and you don't see it in anime especially, or in manga, besides, to my knowledge, this one. Might be more out there, misremembering my whole astrology thing. But I mean, it's one of those things that what we've got here, if they do it well, it's a future classic in the making. Probably could be better than Inferior. I'm not too sure just yet, because again, I need to read more of it and see where it goes in that kind of vein. But if they do it in anime form and actually do, in theory, land this like they have with other shows prior to this, that's why I have faith in them, because so far they really haven't proven to me they can't do it. Because currently, if this was 10 years ago, Madhouse, I would have said, bruh, I don't think it's going to turn out very well. But current Madhouse, I feel like the perception has changed a lot. Like, they've kind of turned a new leaf and actually become a better studio. And I kind of feel like with this, we've kind of got a new lease on them, and actually maybe now we have more faith in them. And this show's kind of proving the faith to be warranted. Like, it's great. The framing's amazing. The way they utilized Hubert as well in the episode was great. Like, it's one of those things that the way they slowly unravel him, and the way they shot his face in mystery, like, then when Raffle kind of understands him more, then the features start getting shown, so they're on equal footing, so to speak. Because before that point, Raffle's like, the fuck you talking about, bro? What is this shit? And then when he's like, oh god, okay. Then you sort of start to see his features up until the very end. Even like his final moment, you see his face. He's not shrouded in darkness anymore, because he's on the same footing as Raffle. It's kind of the only person I would say that actually managed to actually kind of like reach the same point as him. Because he always kind of feels that he's superior or above. Not to say god complex like Light or anyone like that has, but there is this sense that he's above people. And no one's able to kind of get to that point. So everyone almost doesn't look at him the same way. It's in a normal way. It's always like they're lower, and the way they frame it is they're lower than him. But then Hubert comes along and actually then slowly starts to kind of unravel him and actually change the perception on the entire world and his beliefs and everything like that. And then boom, they're on equal footing. He's the only person who's done that, and it kind of is really well done how they actually do slowly break that part down. And yeah, everything else is great. The music, I want to see what they do with that later on, because again, it's one of those things it's only just episode 2, so they might do a bit more of it later on, who knows. But yeah, here's to good anime once again. So yeah, actually have enjoyed this whole entire show as a whole, and as always, do leave a follow on YouTube. It does help quite a bit. If you have then enjoyed this whole entire show as a whole on YouTube as well, and do leave a sub as well. Both do help quite a lot. If you have then enjoyed this whole entire show as a whole, and as always, do leave a follow on Twitch. It does help quite a bit also. Actually, will then see these streams live. Until next time, with, I guess if there's another show that actually piques my interest, I'll watch that too. Until then, see you guys later. Bye for now.